Okay. Hello, pretty people. I see my other Facebook group. Hello, gorgeous. All the pretty people say hi to Rusha. Let me know that you're present. I'm a little earlier than I normally am. I have a lot of errands to run. How many of you live in the DC area? If you live in the DC area, Virginia, DC area, I'm flying out to DC in the morning. And so it's the pretty people in DC. Let me know if the pretty people are in DC. And so hashtag pretty people. So yeah, so I'll be flying out in the morning. So I have a lot to do today. So I had to come live to share the business tip. Oh, hope to see you. Yes, I know, right? I'll make an announcement when I'm going to Houston. So make sure you follow the page. So yeah, so we can meet up and do a TikTok. I'm all about that. Catherine is in the building. Hello, Yvonne is in the building. So we can meet up and do a TikTok. So everybody that I meet online, I'm like, yes, let's meet up and we're going to do a TikTok. Okay. So this is what I would say to follow up, because the business question was, how often do I follow up? People aren't, following up with me. Let me tell you a business tip. No one's really going to follow up with you to give you their money. No one's just like, unless, right, they've been with you for a while and then they just know the routine to go to your website and purchase because they're in a rhythm. But if this is a new prospect, somebody that's, just not trying your product, or they want to, or they're curious, they're not following up with you, right? They're like, you want my money. They might want to give it to you, because most people, write this down, most people, they do want to buy, but they don't want to be sold to. So they don't want to feel like you're trying to sell them and running behind them, right? But you do have to follow up in a way to remind them this is available for them. So I don't understand people who are like, well, nobody went to my website. Well, that's not how it works. It's usually building relationships, following up, right? And boom, now you have a purchase. People buy from whom they know, like, and trust. They know you, they like you, they trust you. The like factor is very important, because how many of you have friends, you don't like her and you know she has a business, and you don't buy from her because you don't like her? She could have a good product, but you don't like her. You might need that product, but you don't like her. So then you don't buy it. Then how many of you, be honest in the chat, me, go ahead. She's not on here. She's not going to see it, right? And she doesn't know that you're talking about her. So me, yes, you do that. Or you have somebody that you know that sells real estate, right? And you need to sell a home, or you need to purchase a home. Do you go to that person? Right? Do you really go to that person, that friend? She said, me. Do you go to that person? You probably don't go to that person because you might not trust them based on the relationship you have. You don't trust them enough with your finances, with your, whatever information for you to use them as your agent, right? So see, that trust factor is not there. Some people you don't like, some people you don't trust. And then a lot of times you don't purchase because you don't know the person. And so if you're not showing up online to get to know people, right? That's how you are social, to get to know people. Like I'm getting to know Denise. Like I know you, we're besties right now. Like we're friends. So the more you show up online and you're social and you're interacting with people, they get to know you. The more I say, I'm from Atlanta, I have 2 boys, I'm telling my life story, they get to know more about me. And some people will watch you for a year and not do anything, and then finally join you, or finally purchase, or they finally decided, oh, I want to take your business course. But they got to watch you for a period of time to see if they would even want to do business with you. Hey, Miss Tara in the building. So what I want you to do is starve your distractions. You have to follow up. You have to make time to do that. And I want you to feed your focus. I woke up focused this morning. I have so many things to do before tomorrow. I'm focused on my activities. That's why I'm live already, sharing my motivation, inspiration, and business tips, because it is in my IPA. It's a part of my IPA today, income producing activities. So I'm making no excuses. Okay. So I can teach you how to make money in your sleep. Hashtag pillow profits, with you following a system to follow up. So great follow-up is better than no follow-up. Write that down. Great follow-up is better than no follow-up. And so I would prefer that you have a list. I'm going to follow up with 10 people today. I'm going to follow up with 5 people, 15, whatever the number is. You've got to follow up if you want a sale. You have to. No one's just coming to you and giving you money. Hashtag Pillow Profits. Okay. If you have a product, weight loss, lotions, potion, peels, pots, CBD, skincare, keto, you name it, follow up with your customers. Here's an easy follow-up formula that I use, and I've shared this formula before, but because she asked me how many times do you follow up, initially, I think there should be 2 + 2 + 2 formula. Write this down. 2 + 2 + 2 formula. Okay, write this down. And I have this actually in a PDF. You can have it for free. All you have to do is click the link in my bio where it says business tips, motivation, and inspiration. Register, and this will be in my email list. So if you're not on my email list, you might want to get on there because I share my lives and my business tips that I'm sharing. That way you can download it for free and you can have it for the future. So consistent follow-up can generate additional income and leads for every single month, every day, because you're creating something, right? You're creating the what. So the fortune, like I just said, the fortune is in the follow-up, but I believe the fortune is in the fellowship. I'm fellowshipping with you right now. Remember, people build a business. Remember, building relationships help you build a successful business. Just because you put it out there for the universe, girl, no one's going to get that. Like I tell people all the time, I train hundreds of people. And the more I'm just like, do you think if I just got on here and I'm like, purchase, nobody purchased. Hey, purchase this, this is a gift card. Purchase, it's $10. Purchase, it's $10. That doesn't work as well if I show up and give you value. If I show up, right, giving you some type of entertainment and education and engagement and empowerment, I'm building a rapport. So when I do offer something like this, I'm like, hey, if you want my follow-up ebook, the link is in the bio. You can do that. But just to come on social media, it's not meant to be a selling platform. It's a social platform. eBay is a selling platform. So you got to understand you're coming on social media to be social first. First. You're not coming on here just to sell. Oh, what can I get? What can I get? What are you giving? Let's start there. What are you giving? So I teach deposit into other people first. Stop looking for your dollar. Deposit into other people. Deposit before you can get a withdrawal. You go to the ATM, you deposited money before you can get a withdrawal. Deposit in other people if you make it about other people, right? Not about you. Oh, I didn't make $1. Oh, I didn't. Okay, make it about other people, how you can serve with your gift. The people will come. Okay, so my 2 + 2 + 2 formula, write that down, will catapult your business 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. That's your follow-up formula. Write that down. Pretty person is putting this in the comments for me because I love you, Yvonne. You love me. We best friends. All right, so I'm going to say it again. 2 + 2 + 2 stands for 2 days. That's when you're going to follow up. They purchased. You follow up in 2 days. Okay? In 2 weeks, then make sure they're using it or it works. And then 2 months, because they should be running out depending on your product. Now, if your product runs out every month, obviously you need to change that. Okay. If your product runs out, whatever, every 2 months, then there you go. So write this down, 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. Now, when you follow up with the person, understand you're not following up to say, you ready to buy? You ready to rebuy? You ready to buy? Okay. That's going to make them upset. Okay. Again, you want to be concerned. So the first call you make to each customer in 2 days after they place their order, the only purpose of this call is to thank them. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. The only reason you're following up in 2 days to thank them. I wanted to give you a call to say thank you so much for your purchase. I appreciate you. My family appreciates you. Thank you so much. That's it, girl. That's it. Not, can I get some referrals? Okay, did you want to buy something else? You're not doing that in 2 days. Give her a moment. Okay. Now, if you're using a text messaging campaign, this can be automated. So if you have hundreds of customers, you obviously can't call, right? Now, if you have 10, I might can call. Okay. So if you have hundreds of customers, you might want to automate that using an email campaign or a text messaging campaign. Okay, but it's still nothing like the voice. I am a voice person. However, there is nothing like the voice and picking up the phone to develop the relationship. Okay. Now, if it's too much, you have a full-time job, there's no way you can call 50 people. That's okay. But I also don't know that you're getting 50 new orders in a day. So if you're getting 50 new orders in a day, in 2 days, you would have to call 50 people. Probably, unless it's a big business. I don't know that you're getting 50 in a day. Okay. So if you're getting 2, 5, 7, 10, 20 in a day, then in 2 days, you could follow up with a call, right? But if it's more than that, you would use a text messaging campaign to follow up with the person, make it personable, say their name. So the call takes less than a minute. That's it. You're not talking forever. It's just a brief call to say, thank you so much for your order, so and so. And so she said, what would I say? Well, I could give you a script, or you could go on my email list and I could just have it for a PDF for you. So if you're not on there yet, I would suggest go to the link in the bio. And yes, if you're on TikTok, click the circle in my face. It takes you to my link tree where it says free business tips, motivation, and inspiration. Go ahead and register, and then you'll receive it in the email. But I would say something like, hey, Denise, thank you for your recent order of the lavender oil. So if you sell essential oils, and so I will check back with you, and you tell her, I'll check back with you in 2 weeks to hear your results or see how well it's working for you. Okay. And of course, that's what you're going to do. And please call me if you have any questions. Your business means a lot to me. Your business means a lot to my family. I'm so appreciative. All right. Have a great day. Click up. That's it. That's all you're saying. Now, you did tell her, I'm going to call you back in 2 weeks, because you're calling back in 2 weeks to make sure she used it or is working or answering questions that she might have. If it's a weight loss product, you want to know she's using it right. If it's an essential oil, you want to make sure she's using it right. If it's a cosmetic product, you want to make sure she's using it right. If it's a t-shirt, it's nothing to use. She's going to wear it. So it just depends on your product if you need to follow up and say, hey, how well is that going for you? So yes, that could be used, in a texting, like I said, if you got hundreds. Now in 2 weeks, the second call you make to each customer in 2 weeks, the purpose of this call is to provide service. Write this down. Again, you're not asking her, you ready to buy? You ready to buy? Hey girl, hey girl, hey girl. That's not what you're doing. The purpose of this call is to provide service. Write that down. If this is helpful, say, helpful, Jerusha. This is helpful for you. So are you enjoying the product? So if I call Denise, I'm like, hey, Denise, this is Jerusha. I have 2 minutes. Are you enjoying the product? Okay, that's it. That's it. And Denise will tell me, oh my gosh, I love it. Now, if she doesn't love it, she'll tell you that too. Okay, either way, you can fix it. Either way, you can fix it. Okay, how's your product working for you? You got a weight loss product, a shake, a tea, or something? How's your product working for you? Or what have you noticed with your new product? Or what's different? Can you tell, whatever. So you tailor it to your product. I don't know what you have. So if it's a text, the positive feedback is a testimony for you. So if you text her, hey, I'm following up just like I said, how's the product working for you? If that's a text, whatever she texts back, if it's positive, it's a testimony. So if she texts you back, oh my gosh, I've lost 3 pounds in 7 days. My husband said, I look so good. That's a testimony. So what you're going to do is use that testimony for your next post. You want to know what to post? Testimonials, because it proves your product works. And it's not just me using it. It's like I use a facial milk. It's not just me using the facial milk because my skin, no spark, no dark spots, no red spots, no blemishes, right? But other people are like, oh my gosh, it worked for me too. And that's why people read reviews. They want to know what the public is saying. They want to know what other people are saying, because they might look at me as just this, oh, you're just trying to sell me on that facial milk. But somebody else, they're like, oh, I trust what this person is saying because they said it worked for them. And so just keep that in mind. You said I'm a note taker. I love the tips. Oh, thank you. Okay. So Keep that in mind. If somebody texts you something great about your thing, keep it. Screenshot, save it. This is your proof that it's working. So when you're talking to somebody else, like, hey, this is what customers are saying. Hey, this is what people are saying about my product. Hey, these are some results that people have gotten. That's your proof. Why do you think people do before and afters? Why do you think they do that? To show it's working for others other than myself. So testimonials are valuable to your business, valuable to your business. And so you'll notice every time, not every time, but a lot of the times when I give examples about businesses, I use Chick-fil-A as an example of a great restaurant that serves their customers, right? So I'm always saying Chick-fil-A. So what does that do? That's a testimony for Chick-fil-A and their services compared to other fast food restaurants. So what do people do? They expect that great service that I talked about when they go to Chick-fil-A. So when someone's edifying you, write this down, you want to make sure you use that. And you also need to edify people. You need to edify people. If you want people to do that to you, you need to do it first. I don't expect people to share with my business ideas if I'm not sharing value with them. If I'm not pouring into you and I'm not giving you things that I know for sure, you're not going to share it because you didn't get value. But if you got value from it, you're like, let me share. Oh, let me follow. Let me tag, because you're getting something from it. Yes or yes. Oh, I love the hearts. So do me a favor on this page. If you've been motivated, you've been inspired, you've gotten some helpful tips, like she said, she's a note taker. Yes, go ahead. You can leave me a message. Jerusha, like she just said, I love your notes. I'm a note taker. Love it. I can screenshot that and show people, bam, these are comments that I get when I go live. Facts. Right? Hello, Miss Nana. Now, I'm live every Tuesday at 1:30, just so you know. I'll be traveling tomorrow, so we're going to see about the time, but I will be live. I'm going to do, even if I'm with my son in his school, so even if I'm just like on my phone, wherever we are, I'm going to be live, okay? So make sure that you follow tomorrow, 1:30 Eastern time. So once you talk to her, this is the testimonials. Let me just tell you, you can put it in your stories. Your stories is only 24 hours. You have stories on TikTok now. Yay! Let me tell you, you got well, I think everybody has it. I know they rolled it out for different people, right? So the influencers got it 6 months ago, whatever. Then they've been rolling it out every month or so, and people got it. So if you have stories on TikTok now, you'll be able to see when you touch the plus sign, it says, oh my God, what does it say? Quick. I think it says quick. So quick means it's a story, like 1 minute. And so if you have stories, which is great, you can now put your testimonials in your stories. Like I can screenshot what she just said. She loves my energy. She's taking notes. I can screenshot and say, this is what people are saying when I go live. That would be a story. And so you wouldn't put that really in your feed unless it was a little longer, but that's what you can do in your story. So if you have stories on TikTok, put story. If you don't know, just go when you leave the live. If there's a plus sign next to your picture, you got it. If it's not a plus sign next to your picture, you don't have it yet, but you will get it, okay? Because they're doing it to everybody. So you will have it, no worries. So what this does is, like that testimonial, it's your credibility. This is proven credibility, okay? So the 2 + 2 + 2 formula, now it's 2 months. So I gave you 2 days. I gave you 2 weeks. Now we're at 2 months. A pretty person is helping me out, put in the comments. So the third call you make to each customer is approximately 2 months, depending on your product, after the second call. So this 2 month is building rapport, and you're checking in with the customer, right? You're just checking in with the customer. It's been 2 months. So you're just like, hey, Denise, I'm calling to see, is there anything I can help you with right now? Okay. Is there anything that I can help you with? Not, is your order ready? Is there anything I can help you out with right now? Or, do you have any holidays, birthdays coming up? I could possibly share some things that will be great gifts for you. Any special days are coming up. Do you have a birthday coming up, an anniversary? I want to be able to service you in that way. You're calling to be helpful, not ask for money, right? Again, follow up. So when I call, I'm like, hey, Denise, I'm calling to see, is there anything I can help you out with right now? Any gift giving ideas, any special things you have going on, any birthdays? I can certainly help you with gifts. Okay. And if you're having an event, so say you do virtual events online, or you have an event offline, like a meet and greet, or just a vendor event, or anything that you're having, that's when you invite the person. Say, hey, I'm having this virtual event. I'm doing a holiday promotion. I'm doing an Easter discount day, or whatever you might be doing. Easter's coming up, so whatever you can make around that holiday. So there's a holiday or something every month. So you can just make whatever up that you like. And so, hey, I know the month of April is spring now, or whatever, spring sale, anything that you're having, this is the moment to invite the person. Would it be okay to include you in my virtual spring fling event? Would it be okay to invite you into my Easter event? It's going to be a discount for Easter or whatever. So this way, she's like, oh my gosh. Again, you're thinking about her, not you. You're thinking about her. Okay. People build a business. People. So then now, if it's something that should be running out or running low, correct. If it's something that's like running out, so it's like, a liquid that you drink, a collagen pill, or whatever it might be, if it's running low, she will say, I need to reorder that lavender oil. She will say, I'm running low on my collagen pills. She will say, I'm running low on the milk in the box, which is the facial milk that I use. She will say it. You don't have to say it. If you're talking to her and you're saying, hey, I'm having this super event, a spring fling in April, I wanted to invite you to it. It's virtual, and this is where I give discounts for the spring. And then she'll tell you in the conversation, yeah, by the way, I need to reorder. I'm running low. Or you can say, if she doesn't say it, or you can say, would you like for me to go ahead and put your next order in the mail? Now, if you're on an automatic ship, because some companies have just automatic monthly, they ship it out, right? If you're on that, great. If you're not on a system that automatically ships, you're going to have to do it. Okay. So would you like for me to send it out? So can we get on a system where I send it to you every 8 to 10 weeks? Because it seems like you're going to be running out every 8 to 10 weeks. And I don't want you to run out. I want you to have the supplies. Kind of like I get my medicine delivered. And so they text me, are you ready for your next shipment? Like every 30 days, they text me, hey, we can have it here by the 30th. I text back 1, yes, that's a good delivery date, or 2, that's not a good delivery date. Same thing. People expect you to use some type of technology today, okay? Especially if you have so many customers you can't call. So now you got her on a system where she says, yes, that's fine. Here's my credit card. Every 8 to 10 weeks, just put me on a system that is going to be delivered to my house. That's how I am with my medicine. I don't go stand in line at Walmart or wherever to get medicine. I'm just like, I need that shipped to me. I don't have time to stand in line. So then they send me reminders. And I'm not upset that they're sending me reminders that it's coming, or if I'm ready for it. Yes, I'm ready for it, or no, I'm not. So when you're running low, if she says yes, boom, collect the necessary information and you're off to the races. Does this make sense? Yes or yes? Especially if your product line is something that's consumable, right? You definitely want to follow up, especially if it's some type of, formula in it or whatever, you want to follow up. So if your product is something more like jewelry, that's different. You don't probably need to follow up. In 2 days, you can say, do you still love your jewelry? But you wouldn't need to follow up 2 weeks and 2 months, because she's like, I just bought the jewelry or a t-shirt or whatever, home decor. So that's a little different, okay? You can probably stick to a quarterly basis if you have customers and you provide jewelry or something like that. I would probably still have them in a system, save yourself time, energy, and money system. I would still have them in a campaign, whether you're using Scipio, which is a text messaging campaign, whether you're using Project Broadcast, which is a text messaging campaign. So your customers are receiving something, whether it's in the mail, in the email, or in a text, like on a quarterly basis. If you provide t-shirts or jewelry, it's something they're not running out of, right? It's not consumable. You still want to have them in a system. Does that make sense? So that is my system. I've shared this before, but I always have new people, like my newbies, that are like, how much do you follow up? Now, if you really want a true follow-up system after that, because I know you're probably wondering, well, what happens after 2 months? Well, I have a follow-up ebook. Click the link in my bio. It says follow-up ebook. If you want to grab that, it actually gives you scripts like what to say in 30 days, what to say in 60 days, what to say in 60 days, 90 days, a whole year. So I provide a whole year of follow-up in the scripts in my follow-up ebook. And so if that's you, you're like, man, I need that because I don't know what to say. Then you might want to get it. If that's not you, that's okay. I still love you. Hashtag pretty people. You're still pretty people. It doesn't matter. My point is, my hope is to shorten somebody else's learning curve. That's the whole point of me sharing what I know for sure, is to shorten your learning curve, that you're not out here still trying to figure it out by yourself. So I'll be your helpful person, your mentor, to help you shorten that learning curve so you get to work. So every day you're working and building your client base, and you have that pillow profit, hashtag pillow profit. You have that pillow profit. Every day you wake up, you have new orders. You're like, ah! Every day I'm like, ping. If something's pinging on my phone, I'm like, there's some money. Ping, up, there's some money. So you want to have those experiences, but that only comes when you follow up and build relationship. That's the only time. And yes, sometimes it takes people a minute, but once they love you, they continue to support you. Once they see, oh my gosh, this is a product that I love. So you don't want everybody doing you a favor. You want to serve the people that need your product, right? And so, which makes sense. You want to make sure you're attracting those people. Nana is in the building, that you're attracting the people that's looking for you. And so if you want to know, like, well, how do I find those people? What does your product do? Tell me what your product does, not what it is, what it does. What is it going to do for me? So if I tell you I sell essential oils, I don't. But if I did, and I got a good girlfriend, she's a holistic coach, Sharice Williams, she's everything. And so if I say, oh, I need something for my sinuses, and she say, oh, you need this lavender oil, it's going to open up your sinuses, you're not going to suffer, da, da, da. She tells me all these benefits of how it's going to help me. I'm open. But if you're just telling me to buy it, for what? Tell me what it's going to do for me. So that's my biggest lesson that I've learned when I got online, was to educate people. You can train and educate and entertain all at the same time. So I call it entertraining. So I'm entertaining you, but I'm also training you. So it's entertraining. And so as long as you're doing that, you can get a lot of customers. They will ask you, what's the product? I want it, because of the benefits, not because you're just trying to sell something. Okay, so I have a question. I don't know if I understand. So if you're messaging people, if the people who didn't say anything back for more than weeks, well, first of all, we would have to assume that they saw the message. So a lot of times, I don't know about you, if you're in network marketing, direct sales, most of us build relationships in Messenger. Like, the money is made in Messenger. The rapport building is made in Messenger. It's not made publicly. Like, like I said, Denise, I love Denise already because she's a note taker and she's loving on my posts. So I'm already going to love Denise, right? So if I wanted to have a private conversation, I'm going to say it in Messenger to Denise. Now, I can't assume Denise saw the message. Now, even if it's open, I know you can see, like, if the person, it says red, or it looks like the person's picture is there and not a check mark where it appears the person read it. But we don't really know if the person read it, right? But it comes down to the numbers. If you're not doing enough numbers, you're not going to have the responses that you want. And I know I've said this in other broadcasts, is you got to marry the process, divorce the responses. I'm going to say it again. Marry the process. The process is, if I love my product and I know my product, the lavender oil is going to help people with digestive problems or whatever it is, right? If I know this product is going to help them, they're no longer going to have sinus issues or whatever. I'm talking to, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, whatever it takes on a daily basis, because I want to help those people. It's not really about, how much money can I make? I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want you to suffer This is the season where you're suffering. It's pollen. I live in Atlanta. So, I mean, the cars are yellow. It's pollen here, whatever. I don't want these people suffering. I need to tell more people, hey, I have something that can help you with your sinus situation or whatever. And so my goal is to fall in love with me helping process, reaching out to as many people as possible. Because I know numbers never lie, people do. That's a fact. That's not a feeling. Numbers never lie. So if you're doing consistent numbers, right, of people, the results are going to come. And so you have to do it a period of time. You can't say, oh, I did it 1 week. Oh, I did it 2 weeks. This is an ongoing process because you are learning. It's almost like my son is in school, right? I just said I'm traveling tomorrow with the school. And so, when he wants results, like you got to study. You're just not going to pass, the 8th grade. Just, I'm showing up for class. Are you actually studying? You're understanding, what your responsibilities are. You're turning in your homework. You're taking tests. You're doing the thing, right? So that you can get the grade so you can pass to the next thing. Same thing in business. You got to actually show up for the business trainings. You got to actually do the homework consistently in order for you to make it A. So if you're borderline C, like you're doing C work, but you think you're A, but you're doing C work. And I tell my son all the time, he did make all A's, but I'm saying he earned it. Like he worked for it. Like, so you got to do the same thing in business. You want to be super successful. You got to earn it. And so what if I told my son, just give up? You tried it. You tried it. You tried it for what? No, you continue to say, let's go, keep going. You can do it. Practice more. Do it with a better attitude. Look at the people and say, oh, I'm helping her. Not I'm trying to get from her. And no one's doing it. Well, that's not true because people are successful. So people are doing it. People are making great grades in school. People are on honor rolls. So it is happening. So you have to change your perspective. You got to make sure you change your attitude about it. Like, I'm here to serve. So when I come on my live, I already have a lesson plan. I know what I'm going to share. I know how I want to help other people build their businesses. I'm coming to serve. As a result of serving, right? Guess what happens? It's called the law of reciprocity. Whatever I'm giving is going to come back to me. So I'm not worried. You help enough people get what they want, you'll always have what you want. Isn't that the quote? All right. So just change the way that you're thinking about it and understand you're in it for the people. That's why people don't always win in politics. And I'm not going to talk about politics because if you're there to serve, the people will vote for you. The people will. But if you're just there because you want a title or whatever, then people are like, oh, no, She said over here. Okay, so the good thing is this is a so if you don't know what you say, I make body scrubs. Oh, you make body scrubs. You need help on how to sell your body scrubs. Well, I tell you what, that's a loaded question right there. It's a lot of ways to sell your body scrub. So this is my suggestion. Oh, could I repeat the 2 weeks? Okay, yeah. So you sell body scrubs. This is the thing. There's a lot of ways you should be doing TikToks. You should be doing short form video. Like, I'm gonna recommend that to everybody. This is a public broadcast, so it's not to my particular team. So I have a team that I'm working with. And so under my leadership with my team, obviously they have my information for my scripts for my team. Which when I come live, I want to make sure I share enough that you build your business too. Okay. So in order for this to work for you, I believe you should be doing short form videos. It's the fastest way to grow. Doesn't mean it's the only way. So don't freak yourself out. It doesn't mean it's the only way. It's right now for 2022, the fastest way. Okay. So it depends on how fast you want to grow. Now, in doing your TikToks for your body scrub, educate me on what the body scrub does. Is it going to exfoliate? Does it just exfoliate my elbows? Does it exfoliate my knees? Like, tell me in your video using trending sounds, what do I need a body scrub for? Like, we assume people like, it's a body scrub, right? That's like people assume keto. It's keto. Now, when I first heard it a couple years ago, I'm like, well, what does it mean? Like, why do I need to have keto in my life? Like, what's the difference between keto and what I do right now? So people just assume you know what their product does. What I would say is, hi, gorgeous, Benita in the building. I would, if I were you, not every TikTok, because you need to be versatile, right? I would certainly make sure that I taught a class at least once or twice a week, all the time in your stories, but at least you are educating me about your thing, not just what it is, what it does. And now you're going to get people. If I was a person and I suffer with dry elbows, and your scrub makes my elbows moist for 8 hours, that's something I want. I'm like, I was looking for something for my elbows. And she said the scrub is going to make my elbows moisturize for 8 hours. Oh, I need it. As opposed to saying, buy my body scrub, buy my body scrub. And people like, okay, I can get a scrub from anywhere. So it's you that they're purchasing. You're the person that they're buying. So they're buying me. They're not just buying what I'm offering. People buy from people. People buy you before they buy your product, your service, your opportunity. So it comes down to your personality, your energy, your enthusiasm. They're purchasing you first. Is this true or what? Yes or yes? So that's why it's good to have your personality in a TikTok or in a Instagram Reels. They're all the same, short form video. So they can see that. So I have different personalities. You're welcome. I have different personalities when I'm doing my TikToks, because all of that is me. It's just different versions of me. Yes. So did that answer your question? Oh, and could I repeat week 2? Yes, I can repeat week 2. To answer your question, if you are asking me, if you're on my team, obviously you have instructions of exactly what to do. All right, you said week 2. What did I say for week 2? Oh, you're absolutely welcome. Okay, so two weeks. The second call you make to each customer in 2 weeks. The purpose of this call is to provide service. That's what I said. I had to go back and see what I said. To provide service. So whatever that is. So you want to make sure you're asking, how are you enjoying the, you said body scrub, right? So how are you enjoying the body scrub? Okay. Or how is the body scrub working for you? Or what have you noticed differently after using the body scrub? So whatever her problem was, she had, ashy elbows or whatever, then you can ask, what have you noticed differently after using the body scrub? Because I'm assuming your body scrub is made with, some type of oil and it's going to do all these vitamins and things. So people love that. So educate me so I'll know what I'm doing with this. So that is number 2. Did that answer your question? So you're going to tailor it, obviously, to your products. I don't know what it is. And whatever feedback she gives is your testimony, especially if it's good. Now, I would always say, when you are doing testimonials, it doesn't all have to be good. It's okay if somebody says, hey, it was okay. I would have loved to have blah, blah, blah. That's an honest thing, right? Because you want people, you can see this when you go to any type of blog or any restaurant reviews. There are people who love it, love it, love it. And there's somebody who's like, wasn't that impressed. That's okay. That's real. Hello, Miss. Hello. Yes, I'm coming in the 3-day ride shortly. So I got to train in the 3-day ride. So no worries. If you have questions, I'll be over there for the 3-day riders, which is my business course. All right. So I'm going to let you go. I hope that was helpful to you. #helpful. If this was valuable, make sure you tag and you share. I don't want to be the best kept secret. So whoever your business bestie is or your team, make sure that you tag and you share. When I share, you share. That's how we change the world. Knowledge is the new rich. Arm yourselves with it. Knowledge. Okay. And so the reason why I posted something that said, the most important thing that you can do is share, because sharing is caring, right? Share what you know for sure. Helpful. I love the hearts. I appreciate you. Was this helpful to you? If it was, #helpful. And of course, make sure you follow me. If you love this and you want some more motivation, inspiration, and business tips, go to the link in my bio. If you want my follow-up ebook, go to the link in the bio. It's my link tree, which is my name, and it's going to have the follow-up ebook And if you want to be a part of my email list, same thing. This way you'll get some business tips once a week in your email, and you can download them. It's free. And then you can just have the scripts as well. Does that sound good? Yes or yes? Okay, good. So I got to get ready. I got a lot to do. I will be in the 3-day rides business group in a moment. So no worries. Oh, good morning. You said good morning. Good morning to you too. What time is it? Oh, it's 12 already. Oh my God. All right. I'll see your beautiful faces. I'm Jerusha, and I'll see you on the page. Have a great day.